Hi guys, this is the advisor and welcome back to the channel of upright men and women. Guys, I'm about to reveal to you things that can give you nightmares. You might not know it, but Jamaica right now is trying to dodge a bullet. A bullet that is aimed at the very heart of the Jamaican society and can take it down, push it into chaos, and make we become like what Mexico is today. Somebody within the Jamaican government, somebody who I know very well, has leaked some information to me. And guys, what we see going on out there right now with the one other gang and the amount of people who from that gang that has died in the recent past, there is a reason for what has been happening. Because some of you might be wondering, how is it that the one other gang, which is aligned to the Jamaica Labour Party, has been so heavily targeted in the recent past, the past few weeks? There is a reason, and I'm going to tell you the reason. In the meantime though, for you, my listeners who used to watch TV back in the 1960s, because as you know, 6 out of every 10 viewers on my channel are over 50 years old. Now, look at this picture on the screen. And I want you guys to just, after you look at the picture, if you know who they are, pause the video for a moment. Tell me who these two characters are, what was the name of the TV show that they starred in, what were their characters' name, and if you know what was their real name, tell us. Just pause and we'll put it in the comment section. I want to say how much I know. I want to check on your age. And then let us continue. Anyway, guys, the government of Jamaica has been privy to some sinister activities that have been going on for maybe about 3 to 4 years. And as I said, it is information that can cause Jamaica to become a scorched earth, a very desolate place, and just become a wasteland for criminals. It is a plan that is already in function, already in operation, and is functioning smoothly. And it has to do with the difference in the way the Klansman and the one other gang operates. While these two gangs, each one aligned to one of the political parties, and even though both are ruthless, one has a bit more sophistication than the other. While Klansman ruled simply by terror, that's it, terror, total brutality. Their method is just one of seeing how much more depraved they can be than anybody else. And so far, that level of bloodthirstiness has worked for them. The one other gang, even though they are just as ruthless, they have decided on a different approach to criminality. The head of the one other gang has decided to think long term. In other words, he's thinking like the Chinese. He has decided to put in place things that can keep the gang functioning smoothly and without problems for decades to come. And how they decided to do that? They have decided to use knowledge instead of brute force. Remember, guys, I've always told you, that knowledge is power. And it seems like the Klansman, in that more sophisticated mode of thinking, have said, listen, what we need is not more bloodshed. We need more thinkers. And they believe that that is what will make them more powerful. And they are right. So what have they decided to do? They have decided to start funding education. The education for members of the gang They have decided to fund selected people from their communities and who have been recommended by associates of the gang for further education. In the past, gang members from both sides of the fence and all the dons in areas normally send kids to primary school. Buy them little school books and them little knapsack and give them little lunch money for the 5 years old to 12 years olds. And even sometimes help to fund their little schooling through high school. And this was done merely as an act of benevolence to keep people on their side. It was not done out of altruism. I just want to help people. They did it so that they can have a committed set of loyalists within the community who will protect them whenever they need that protection. But the one other gang has decided to move beyond that. What they have started doing, or what the gang has started to do, or decided to do, and this has been going on for a few years. I hear that it's been going on between 3 to 5 years. They have decided to start funding tertiary education of young men of university age who have a level of loyalty to the one other gang. I hear that these men and these women are in the University of the West Indies, they are in UTech, and they are in several other universities throughout the island. And their fees and their books and their lunch monies and traveling and in sometime the place where they are living while studying is totally taken care of by the gangs. I know for sure, according to what I'm hearing, there are some which are in the faculty of law. So, in other words, what the one other gang has decided to do, we ain't just go pay and bribe one lawyer here, bribe one judge here, bribe one police here, bribe one nurse here. We are going to have people going in those positions who were already gang members before they entered university. So we are sure of their loyalty to the organization. Some are believed to have even gone into the police force, into nursing. I don't know about teaching, but God forbid if any of them enter teaching. I hear that even one or two are doing pharmacy, studying pharmacology or what is called at UTech. Now, if we have these sophisticated type of criminals who are leaving our university with the sole aim of protecting the one other gang, what do you think is going to happen? In another 10 years, some of them will become judges. Now, these news eventually reached the government's ears. And the government realized, no, no. Because if this was to happen, the entire state, this entire country, the entire government structure, and all state apparatuses will be compromised. Because this is much deeper than bribing a one man here and a bribing a one man there. You already have your people there, band coming there who were already loyal to one other gang. You already have the police there who is going to protect his gang because they're already initiated into the gang before he even became a policeman. You have nurses there now who would make sure to make sure so that when the clansman come in, she get a bad injection because that is against her gang. And this network is wide. So when the government heard about all this, they decided, hey, no, we have got to put a stop to this. We can't allow this to continue. Now, there are a few people that they suspect, and I suspect that they might have even have one or two direct names. But they decide that the first thing they have to do is to stop the funding of these students. It is believed that one or two of them might have graduated because some of them had started their programs before they joined the one other officially, and then one other had eventually taken over all of their expenses while they are studying. So it is quite possible that a number of them has already gone out into the world and defending one another as we speak. Now, the only way that the government can nip this in the bud would be by taking out the top management of the one other gang. And that was the reason why this level of focus have been placed on them recently. And so far, 9 of the main members of the gang have been taken out just since the start of the year. And they were not all taken out in Spanish Town. Some people might not even realize the ranking of these people, but the government has been made aware of these people's ranking and the role they are actually playing in the gang. And they have been taken out, and it is low-keyed because some people, the newspaper, don't even know that they are top-tiered one other gang members. Now, one of the main person that the security forces went after within days after the main leader for the one other was taken out, a youth called Adrian McIntosh. Now, it is believed that Adrian McIntosh, who was shot and killed by the police on the 3rd of February this year, he played a critical role in not only in the Klansman gang itself, but also in the distribution of funds to the various operatives that they have spread over the universities throughout Jamaica. And he was one of those who was likely, even though his young age, because he's only 25, it is believed that he was one who was more than likely to have taken over from Othni Loban, otherwise called Tickman. This guy, Adrian Carl McIntosh, was highly believed by the authorities to be the one who would have taken over from the gang. And quick and fast, them just go raid a house in a Eltham and just dirt him. Him himself was a top shooter for the gang, you know. But because he was one of the brighter ones, because he went into sixth form at Calabar High School. So it's a boy with Cape subjects or A-levels or whatever you want to call it, though he had never gone on to university. So because of that now, the leaders of the one other gang decided that based on your educational standards, we will promote you based on your ability to think. And he was stopped giving guns for durangs and said we are going to use your brain instead of your killer's instinct. Remember, you know, I'm a murderer too, you know, but this is the level of sophistication to which the Klansman gang had reached. And therefore, it was only a matter of time before they not only run the country, but destroy the Klansman gang in its entirety and make it and render it out of existence completely. And believe me, man, faced with such drastic situation, as we say, drastic situations call for drastic measures. And the government stepped up. Them say one order, and the local authorities say one Jamaica. One order under the Jamaican order. And the reason why the government has taken this approach and have decided to cut off the head is this. If you cut off the head, the body will die. In a source of funding from the one other gang to the students have got to be cut because they pay by cash. So it is difficult, if not impossible, to link the cash to back to the one other gang, because the student just come in and pay them money, whether in cash or by debit cards from their accounts. Therefore, they don't have to take student loan. And a lot of students will jump on this offer because all they have to do is to take the money and cock up them foot and study without a care. And then run one and few little things for the gang sometime in the future. Now, the matter is still being investigated, and the government is focusing on a few specific individuals that are suspected to be part of this scheme. But of course, they haven't got anything yet that they can actually pin it to. They are still checking, because some may be real and some of this information may be false, and they have to be quite clear not to interrupt people's studies based on some of the simpler information that they have. So at this time, no steps have yet been taken against any of the students who are suspected to be part of this scheme, but the government is watching certain students based on certain markers that they are looking at to determine who may or may not be tainted by the one other gang. Now, I will continue to watch this new development, and as information comes forward, I will be the first to put it out on here. Keep watching this space. Like, share, leave a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.